All right, the Detroit Pistons announced their first move since signing Troy Weaver as their general manager. They signed a big fella, Justin Patton. I didn't know nothing about him. He was drafted in 2017 by the Chicago Bulls and immediately shipped to the Minnesota Timberwolves expeditiously. So let's talk a little bit about him. I did some research. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. A little fact, he from Georgia, but he grew up in Omaha. I was wondering, like, how do you get to Georgia, and then, end up at Creighton? So you really don't see that happening, to see these kids get away from Georgia Tech, or, Texas, or some of those, teams. I don't think they go to Omaha a lot. So that's something to look at as well. Excuse me, neck was hurting. But yeah, what happened to him is that it wasn't that he wasn't good enough to make it in the league. Durability. First 2 years of his career, he had, I think, broken foot. And we know the histories of what Sam Bowie and Ralph Sampson had lower body injuries. That's what scared people about Ben Simmons. What scared people about Joel Embiid, Blake Griffin. He kind of overcame his knee injuries through the league. They still kind of biting him in the ass a little bit, but that's what happened to him. Straight up, he has never played more than 10 minutes a game, at least on average. All right, so that's what happened to him. But you see him play, man. He can put the ball on the ground. He can shoot it. He can pass it. You see why they taking a flyer on him. And that's what's holding him back is just health. Excuse me, Nick. Whew. It's just health, When you talking about a broken foot, he only 23 years old. Usually big fellas like that, don't recover from broken foots. That's what makes Shaq and Will Chamberlain so dominant, to be so big and be so durable throughout their career. Was just freaking amazing. But also, he's the only center on the Detroit Pistons that's under contract. I mean, we talked about who we should and who we shouldn't bring back. I told you we should bring John Henson back and we should bring Christian Wood back out of the big fellas. I wouldn't bring Thon Maker back, but he's the only center they got under contract. Troy Weaver said he couldn't talk about Christian Wood because he's a free agent. I guess it's against the rules right now. Christian Wood reposted his jersey, saying he wants to have a big season next year, so he wants to be over the Pistons. But this kid definitely got talent. He could be the next. Hold on, somebody see me a minute. Sorry, I thought I had a serious message. He could be the next, Christian Wood. When you see him play, man, I was only gonna do a video on it. Right, it's Friday. I walk the dogs. I'm chilling. I'm trying to just look for a few video topics on both channels to end the day off with. Check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV. Talk sports, music, news, entertainment, a little bit of politics. Don't even like doing that a lot, but we do. So you can check me out at Goodfellas Sports TV on YouTube. And I watched him play in one G League game where he put up a monster game. He was healthy. This big fella can put it on the ground. He can shoot it. He can pass. I was impressed with his passing the most. He ain't no high flyer. But he was 6'2" as a sophomore in high school, and he grew to be almost 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan. He can block shots with his arm length. He can shoot. He can pass out the post. He can make the backdoor cut. I get it. To be honest, I would take a flyer on him more than Thon Maker. You know what I'm saying? If he healthy. If not, then he's not gonna be of use. But you see the talent. You know what I'm saying? You see the ability to block shots from the backside. You see the ability to shoot the ball. It's fluid. He got handles. You know what I'm saying? He can get to the rack. He's a complete big fella. He's a complete big fella. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to see more of him post up a little bit more. So I believe everything else he can do it. Question is, will he be the savior of the team? Only health will tell. You know what I'm saying? Not time, only health will tell. Usually don't come back from a broken foot being 7 foot tall. So especially once you broke it twice. I had to have it repaired twice, so he gonna have to be on the pitch count. But he only 23, so it's a good chance that them bells could heal. But you have to monitor what he's doing. But that's this. Troy Weaver just no talent. This kid is talented. It's just that he's not durable. You know what I'm saying? So he a little bit heavy. So maybe losing when you have a lower body injury, and that's anybody. Or as you get older and you having back pains and stuff of that nature, it's good to lose some weight. No matter if you think you at an ideal weight, sometimes it's good to take the weight off the knees, the shins, the ankles, the back. It's good to lose some weight. Once you kind of experience, before you go take back surgery and all that, it's good to drop a little bit of weight before and see how you feel. So, and change your diet and stuff of that nature, and retain and drink more water. But he probably need to lose some weight. Same thing for Joel Embiid. You know, I think Blake Griffin at the point in his career where he need to drop a little bit more weight. He kind of a little bit beefy, not he fat, but you need to drop weight when you out there competing and running around and running on a hard court and all that shit. But Justin Patton, he's special. You know, he got a special skill set that not 98% of the big fellas got in his league, man. So he's special. I see why they took him now. We come here and produce where he couldn't produce in Minnesota. He couldn't produce in Oklahoma City. Only his foot would tell. Only his health would tell. So I would advise him to probably get with a strength and conditioning coach, get with a nutritionist. Not sure how big he is. I would just say lose some weight, tone up a little bit. The way he played, his first step is critical. His athleticism is critical. You know, so I look forward to him. I think it's a risk worth taking. He's talented. So we'll see what happens. But hey, let me know what you think about him. Anything I missed about him. I think it was a low risk, high reward type of signing. But only time will tell. Will he go back to the G League and do some things? You know, he's never really averaged over 10 minutes a game as an NBA player. You know, in the G League, his numbers, you know, he had a big game, but his numbers ain't been that good in the G League. But if you say he was injured 17, 18, you know what I'm saying, and then 19, you know, he really pretty much need to rehab. You know, he probably need 2 years to rehab. So, you know, with all the time he get this year to get his body in shape, to rest up, maybe 2021 is the year. 2020, 2021 is the year that he can show his potential. But he's 23 years old, but he got game. So let me know what you guys think. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. You can reach out to me. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram is the fastest ways. Want to make a donation, share the video with Cash App, PayPal, description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. We gone.